What's going on, everybody? How's it going? How's everybody doing? Friday morning, well, at least for me. Not even Friday. What am I talking about? Friday afternoon. Last night, Kambosos versus Haney. Melbourne, Australia, Marvel Stadium. It's been announced. Top Rank, Luke Bella working together to make the fight happen. So Friday morning over there, you must be in Cali. Whether it's morning, whether it's afternoon, whatever it is, shout out to you guys. Hit that like button. Let's talk about this Kambosos versus Devin Haney fight. You see, a lot to unpack here, so we're going to go piece by piece. What's going on to the GOAT, Mario P? Hit my like button. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me first say I'm glad that the paper's been signed. I'm glad the fight's going to happen. I'm glad they're going to get it on. This is great. A fight's going to break out, I hope anyway. Knock on wood. Down under, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. Check it out. Check this out. So first of all, before anything, let me so check it out, man. I was not able to watch it live because I was doing a live while this thing was announced, right? So I wasn't able to watch it live, but I watched it afterwards. And let me first tell you, I still find Kambosos annoying. All right, I feel that he's doubling down, and we're going to touch on all these things that he said. Oh, we're going to touch on it. We're going to talk about it. Make no mistake about it. Bruce goes, how's it going? Round one, and El Chido in the building. Hit my like button. So, where do we even start? So first, just to finish saying, I'm glad the fight's done. I'm glad it's going to happen. I'm looking forward to the fight. Okay, so let's put that aside. Got plenty of time to talk about the actual fight itself. I do believe it's appropriate to call Devin Haney the favorite in this fight. It's appropriate to also say that we cannot count out Kambosos. I don't think it's going to be the walk in the park. People think it's going to be for Haney. However, I do believe Haney will win a tough fight. Now, whether he gets a fair shake in Melbourne, Australia or not, I don't know. And Ali Jaramillo in the building. Happy Friday to you too. Glad to have you guys here. Check this out. a lot of controversy, and I've been seeing some of it, so I want to cover some of it. But I just need to say this one more time, and I'll probably say it several times during this live. But my God, is George Kambosos annoying? On the inside, you do what I say, and I call the shots, and I am the king. I'm the king. I'm the emperor. Me. I'm the emperor. In the words of Tywin Lannister, any man who needs to keep calling himself an emperor is no true emperor. All right? I'm the emperor. Like what does that even like? Well, I'm the emperor because I go conquer. Like shut up, okay? Kambosos, he enters Rome like a conquering hero. But what's he conquer? Can't really call this guy a conqueror, so he's the second coming of Alexander the Great because he won one big fight. That's it. Woo! Okay, retire, Kambosos. You're already a Hall of Famer, brother. You're already an all-time great. Go ahead and retire. Dude acting like he's the soup sticks out here. Let me tell you something, okay? Making the decision like he's LeBron in 2011 or some shit. This shit's crazy. Mario Code agrees. Slight tendencies in a building. What up, champ? Let's go, champ. That's right. Shout out to everybody out there, everybody that supports HCP and supports C-Style Boxing. We got a big month coming, guys. Oh, believe me. April, May, and June. Holy shit, those are going to be some big months for boxing. I'm pumped to be a boxing fan. Walking around here talking about like he's some fucking like sweepstakes and shit. Like he's the A side of A sides. You know what I mean? I'm the A side of A sides. Come on. I want to tell about the comment that was made. George Kambosos kept calling Devin Haney a kid, and a lot of people are mad about it. I saw people say, hey man, that's borderline racist. It could be seen as racist. That's a line you don't cross. Like, really? Calling somebody a kid? Oh, you don't say that. Why does he say that? Devin Haney checked him. He told him, don't call me no kid. I'm a man. So I took a step back, and then I realized, wait a minute, he called Teofimo Lopez a kid. What does that even mean? He called Teofimo Lopez a kid. Oh, the kid, he wasn't ready for what happened to him. You know what I mean? Oh, but he I get that Kambosos. It's not like Kambosos is 50 years old. I get all that. I just think he sees them he sees like a Haney as a Teofimo Lopez. Whether you agree or disagree with him, I think he sees them as immature. So it's whatever to me, like the kid thing. Kid is the most popular nickname in the history of boxing. From Kid Azteca to Kid Gallan. We even have a Kid Austin now. Young prospect right now. Very gifted, by the way. So I don't want to make too much of the kid thing. All right? The boy comment, I mean, look. I know that Kambosos wants to come off as he's sunning a young kid. That's the perception I get. Now, you could say it's disrespectful. You could say Devin Haney feels disrespected. He's being called a kid. But he's a man. In his mind, the WBC champ. You respect my name. I get it. I get it. But he still sees him as a young pup. It's like when Errol Spence called Boots Ennis, oh, you're just a young pup. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's a race thing. He talked disrespectfully to Teofimo Lopez as well. In fact, Kambosos spoke out when Teofimo Lopez used the N-word and shit. So maybe it's karma for going out there saying Teofimo's racist and then now look at where he's at. So I get it. But to me, it's just not that big of a deal. It's you could say it's disrespectful. Like you call me a kid, you're gonna fight me, bro. I'm a man. Here's the problem with saying I'm a man, though. Why is your daddy sitting next to you? You want to show everybody you're a man, but you got daddy sitting next to you holding your hand. Playing good cop, bad cop together and shit. See those dudes, they're playing good cop, bad cop together. Bill Haney was being the nice guy, right? Like, oh yeah, we respect, have all the respect in the world. He's a great champion. We look forward to coming to Australia. We here, we're gonna ride. We're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and Devin Haney this and Kambosos that, and they're great. This is a great fight, undisputed. This is what it's all about. Yada yada yada. Devin Haney like, I'm a man. I'm gonna make it look easy. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take away your greatest weapons, and it's gonna be easy work. And so they're playing the good cop, bad cop thing between themselves. But why is Daddy sitting next to you, dude? You want to show people you're a man? You tell your dad to shut up, and you do the talking. You don't need your daddy to speak for you. You don't need your dad sitting next to you while you're telling everybody you're a man. Well, why's your dad got to be sitting next to you? If that's what you're trying to convey. Batista is part of his corner too. They're part of the same team. Okay. I'm just saying, don't get mad when people call you a kid, right? But you convey your dad still goes with you for your doctor's appointments and shit, right? This is the problem. Because on one hand, I hear Bill Haney has nothing to do with what Devin Haney does contractually. He has no say. Don't listen to what he says. But then press conferences like this, Bill Haney's right there, sitting right next to Devin Haney, holding his hand and shit. Being there to say all the politically correct things, the things that need to be said to progress the fight. Why is he there? You're trying to prove to people you're a man. I'm a man. Don't call me no kid. It might help if you show up to this knife fight of words by yourself. Kambosos' dad wasn't sitting next to Kambosos. He was sitting all by his lonesome, all by himself. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with his dad sitting next to him. But when you're trying to convey that you're a man, don't call me no kid, even though you're young. You're in your early 20s. And in a sport where kid is literally has been a nickname for many fighters over the years, it's not out of the question to call somebody a kid. It just means you're younger. That's all it means. I didn't say that makes you a boy or a kid, man of water. However, like when you go for a job interview, you show up with your dad or what? Like the dad sitting next to you while you're doing the job interview, so he could be like, yo, let me tell you something, man. My son, Man in Water, is a man. Man in Water is in the name. You got to hire him. He'll be great for your company. All I'm saying is, this is all I'm saying. if you're getting mad at people thinking, hey, you're a young pup, you're a kid, you're young, you know what I mean, and you don't want that conveyed, but you're showing up with your dad like you're 10 years old getting ready for a doctor's appointment, right? I don't know. It's not that hard for people to start calling you a kid. That's all I'm saying. I never said there was nothing wrong with it. I literally said there's nothing wrong with his dad being there. He wouldn't be the first fighter to have his dad there. But he's trying to convey that he's a man. I run my own shit here. That's all I'm saying. Look, Kambosos is annoying as fuck. His head is so fucking swollen, bro. Kambosos' head is more swollen than a porn star's vagina. Alright? That fucking head's swollen, bro. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yo. Now look, people are going to have different opinions about what Kambosos said, and I just think people are going to make of it what they want to make of it. Right? People are going to make of it whatever they make of it. Okay? Kambosos said the same thing about Teofimo Lopez. Saying I took everything away from the young kid. In post-fight interviews, I think he called him a kid on the lead-up as well. Because even though Kambosos is in his late 20s, it's not like he's not like in his 30s or 40s to be maybe calling someone in their early 20s. He's not that much older than them, but he's still older than them. The lifespan of a boxing career is like, 20 years at the most. If you're 6-7 years older than somebody, that's almost half a boxing lifetime. So it's not that far off, as much as people make it seem. He also sees where he was. Maybe he feels he was a kid when he was 23 and wasn't ready for these big, shining bright lights and moments, and had to mature into it. And now that he's in his late 20s, he feels he's ready for it, and maybe he kind of conveys that on them. You can argue it's a flaw of his. You can argue it's disrespectful. But you can't argue that it's racist. In my opinion. All right? I think that's a little bit of a stretch. I think somebody said it earlier. I mean, it was almost inevitable. White fighter, black fighter, race is going to be injected to it because unfortunately that's the sport of boxing. Unfortunately, that is what sells and has sold in the past. Unfortunately, that works in making people tune in and get invested in the fight and emotionally invested. Promotional companies, they want you to get emotionally invested in these fights. So I get it. And well, Max, I'm not familiar with what the wife did, to be honest with you. But I'm just going off of what he's saying on the post-fight press conference. I'm sorry, what am I talking about? The fight announcement, right? But there's only been one fighter out of these two that's ever made it about race, and it's not Kambosos. And I didn't have an issue with this, but Haney is the one that said he would never let a white boy beat him. I'll never lose to a white boy, he said. So I don't want to hear just stop acting like a victim, bro. That's all I'm saying. And that's truth right there. Now look, Kambosos did the same thing to Teofimo Lopez, and I get it. So if anything, he's getting a piece of his own medicine right now. Okay? But we don't need that, ladies and gentlemen. This is a boxing fight. They're going to settle in the ring. They're going to settle the differences in the fucking ring. They're going to put on some gloves. They're going to have a boxing contest, and they can settle it then. Right? And after the fight, they're going to hug, and they're going to have their arms over each other. They're going to talk about how they love each other, and everyone was picking a side and getting all emotionally invested. They're going to look stupid. That's what's going to happen. In the end, you're going to look stupid. That's what I think. But there is something Kambosos said that is stupid. Kambosos wants to sell to the public that Devin Haney was forced to take this fight. That Devin Haney had no choice. When that's objectively not true. Devin Haney did have choices. Devin Haney could have moved up and fought somebody at 140. Devin Haney could have fought somebody else at lightweight, and the zone would have probably paid him stupid money to do it. Saying Devin Haney was forced into this is retarded. That's dumb. That makes no sense. Devin Haney's dad said, "We accepted this fight twice." I don't know. I don't know what to make about this "we" stuff with these dads, by the way, but that's another video for another day. Kambosos, you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't say, "I didn't need to do this fight. I chose you." And at the same time say, "You had no choice but to fight me." Having no choice but to fight somebody means they will strip you of a title if you don't do it, or you know what I mean? Like I became the mandatory, you had to fight me, or something like that. That's the definition of you have no choice. You need to do it. You've been mandated to do it. Haney was not mandated to fight this dude. I'm just saying. Come on! Well, I don't give a shit. Somebody, he's just playing mind games, these style. What he's saying is inaccurate. When I say it's wrong, the way I use wrong, I don't use wrong like, "Oh man, that's wrong, bro. Oh, that's a mean thing to say." No, I don't give a fuck about all that. It's wrong as in it's inaccurate. And I hate inaccurate quotes. That's all I'm saying. Whoa. I don't like when people say inaccurate shit. I don't like when people say give inaccurate information. It's annoying. Kambosos is annoying me. He just is. He's been unlikable. I talked about it yesterday, but just to kind of reiterate, the dude is acting like he's bro, he's talking the way Money Mayweather was talking when Money Mayweather was like selling over 1 million buys and fucking making 40 million a fight or more than that. That's how he's talking. How could he be talking that way? You haven't done anything. You won one fight. It's a good win. Solid win. Happy for you. But that's all you've done. That's it. The problem with this statement, HLD, is that so would have Kambosos. We have choices, absolutely. But in public opinion, Haney would have lost had he not accepted this fight. they both would have lost. They both would have looked stupid if this fight didn't happen. And if Haney would have signed that contract and Kambosos turned around and not taken that fight, ain't nobody going to say, oh, man, Haney's looking awful here. Like, no. In the end, the one that looked like he was kind of forced to sign it was Kambosos, if we keep it real. And he gave that away by simply saying, I need to review over the contract first. After it was the contract you and your team set up, and you claim you sent to Haney, been saying you sent to Haney, okay, and then now that he signed, you said you're going to review the contract. Get the fuck out of here. Dude is full of shit. I don't give a shit. I'm probably pissing off both fan bases. I don't care. Future press conferences, I want to hear from the trainers and the fighters. That's what I want to hear from. I'm tired of seeing daddy sitting next to the fucking sons. I know you love your son. I know you're proud of your son. I know you represent your son to a certain degree. I get that. But we don't need daddy sitting next to fighters, okay, when a fight's announced. All right? When you go to your board meetings, did you guys show up with your dad or what? When you have a conference call at work, is your dad right there with you? Oh, but this isn't the same. You know, this is different. I get it. But I'm glad the fight's happening. I'm fully expecting Devin Haney to win this fight, by the way. I don't think it's going to be easy. He might get robbed, you know what I mean? But I mean, we'll see. He might get robbed, ladies and gentlemen. But we will see. Any fucking way. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that bell button so you're notified when I fucking come on live. All right? I'm looking forward, man. These next few months are going to be good. I can't wait for it. Let me know what you think in the comment sections. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I think Kambosos is full of shit. He's annoying. Has an inflated ego. And Devin Haney needs to step out of his daddy's shadow. All right? That's what I think. Let's go. D-Style Boxing. Keep it boxing.